If you were listening to the radio, tailgating, or hanging out at a backyard barbecue in the 1990s, your life had a Garth Brooks soundtrack. With his trademark cowboy hat, wireless headset, and an energy that belonged in a rock stadium rather than a traditional country opry, Garth didn't just top the country charts, he completely revolutionized the music industry. He made country music a global phenomenon, shattered touring records, and became a household name across America. We all know the words to Friends in Low Places, and we all remember where we were during his historic Central Park concert. But behind the record-breaking album sales and the megawatt smile, there is a fascinating, complex side to Garth Brooks that most casual fans have completely forgotten or never knew in the first place. Today, we are going to dive into the incredible history of a true American icon. Here are 10 things you probably didn't know about Garth Brooks. Let's start before the music took over, back when Garth was a serious athlete. Growing up in Oklahoma, he wasn't just strumming guitars. He was a powerhouse track and field star. He was so good that he earned an athletic scholarship to Oklahoma State University, competing in the javelin throw. He graduated in 1984 with a degree in advertising, but it was his time on the field that taught him the sheer physical endurance he would later use to sprint across massive concert stages night after night. He easily could have ended up in corporate marketing or sports, but destiny had other plans. When Garth first arrived in Nashville in 1985 to chase his musical dreams, the town didn't exactly roll out the red carpet. In fact, his first trip to Music City lasted less than 24 hours. He was so overwhelmed by the cutthroat nature of the industry and a wave of homesickness that he packed up his things and drove straight back to Oklahoma. It took him 2 years to build up the courage to try again. When he returned in 1987, he had to work as a manager at a boots and western wear store just to pay the rent, while begging record labels to listen to his demo tapes. Even after he found his footing, the gatekeepers in Nashville were highly skeptical of him. When Capitol Records signed him, they actually didn't think he had what it took to be a solo superstar. The label initially viewed him as a backup option, a safety net in case their other new signing, Clint Black, didn't pan out. In fact, Garth's self-titled debut album in 1989 was barely promoted by the label at first, but the fans heard something the executives missed. Word of mouth spread like wildfire, and that backup album quickly went diamond, selling over 10 million copies. Garth Brooks didn't just look at traditional country legends like George Jones or Merle Haggard for inspiration. He looked at 1970s arena rock. Specifically, he was obsessed with the theatrical, high-energy shows of Kiss, Queen, and Boston. Before Garth, country singers mostly stood still at a microphone stand. Garth changed the game by strapping on a wireless headset microphone, smashing acoustic guitars on stage, swinging from ropes over the crowd, and sprinting across stages. Traditionalists were outraged, but the fans absolutely loved it. He single-handedly dragged country music into the modern arena era. Speaking of smashing guitars, that famous rock and roll stunt almost caused a major legal disaster early in his career. During a high-profile, televised performance at the Academy of Country Music Awards, Garth famously smashed his acoustic guitar at the end of a song. What the audience didn't know was that the guitar wasn't his. It was an incredibly rare, vintage model worth tens of thousands of dollars that had been loaned to him by a sponsor. The guitar manufacturer was furious, and it took some serious behind-the-scenes legal maneuvering and apologies to smooth things over. From then on, his team made sure he only smashed specially made, inexpensive prop guitars. For a man who has sold out NFL stadiums for decades, you would think he has no fears when it comes to the stage. But Garth suffers from a very real, intense case of stage fright before almost every single performance. His bandmates and crew have revealed that backstage before a show, Garth becomes incredibly quiet, paces the floor anxiously, and often doubts whether the crowd will actually enjoy the performance. He has admitted that the only way he overcomes the anxiety is the exact moment his boots hit the stage and he hears the roar of the crowd. That nervous energy is what he channels into those explosive 3-hour shows. In 1999, at the absolute peak of his country music fame, Garth did something that left the entire entertainment world completely baffled. He created an alter ego named Chris Gaines, a fictional, edgy Australian rock star with a dark goatee and an alternative rock sound. He released an entire album under the name, intended to be a prequel soundtrack for a movie that never actually got made. Fans were utterly confused, radio stations didn't know how to program it, and the media widely mocked the project. While it is remembered as a bizarre career misstep, the album actually went platinum, proving that even Garth's flops sold more than most artists' greatest hits. Garth Brooks is a massive baseball fan, but he took his love for the game way further than just sitting in the stands. In the late 90s and early 2000s, he actually signed contracts to play spring training with 3 different Major League Baseball teams: the San Diego Padres, the New York Mets, and the Kansas City Royals. He wasn't just a publicity stunt either. He practiced hard with the pros, lived in the locker rooms, and even got a few hits. He used the entire experience to raise millions of dollars for his Teammates for Kids charity, proving that he could hang with professional athletes while doing some incredible good for the world. When we think of the best-selling solo artists in American history, names like Elvis Presley and Michael Jackson immediately come to mind. But according to the Recording Industry Association of America, Garth Brooks has officially sold more albums in the United States than Elvis Presley and Michael Jackson combined. He is the top-selling solo artist in U.S. history with over 157 million certified album sales, second only to the Beatles as a group. Even more impressive is that he holds the world record for the most diamond albums, meaning albums that have sold over 10 million copies each. He has 9 of them. Not even Led Zeppelin or Shania Twain have matched that feat. At the very height of his historic run, in the year 2000, Garth did something completely unheard of in the music industry. He completely walked away. He officially announced his retirement from music and touring so he could return to Oklahoma and focus entirely on being a full-time father to his 3 young daughters. For 14 years, he refused to go on major tours or release new music, choosing to pack school lunches and attend parent-teacher conferences instead of selling out arenas. He promised his fans he wouldn't return until his youngest daughter graduated from high school. True to his word, the moment she graduated, he launched a massive comeback tour that instantly became one of the highest-grossing tours in music history. Garth Brooks didn't just change country music, he showed the world how to stay grounded, put family first, and treat an audience like gold. Which of his classic songs brings back the best memories for you? And did you ever get a chance to see him live during his legendary 90s run? Let me know in the comments below. Give this video a like, and don't forget to subscribe as we continue to look back at the artists who provided the soundtrack to our lives. See you next time.